But you, man of God, avoid all this. Instead, pursue righteousness, devotion, faith, love, patience, and gentleness. Compete well for the faith. This is an excerpt of the first letter of St. Paul to Timothy, a man that basically he taught about the faith. And in this particular letter, he is asking Timothy to avoid everything that possession, money can bring into his life if that things are going to take him away from the faith. So he's reminding Timothy to pursue the things that are very important for the faith. Love, patience, gentleness, devotion, righteousness, gentleness. With this in mind, I would like to talk to you today about 5 attitudes of our Christian life, things that we can put into practice every day, things that are going to show at the end what Paul is asking Timothy to do. These 5 things are communion. Communion in the sense of gathering together as a community of faith. Listening the Word of God. Reconciliation. The participation in the Eucharist. And then to go out and to meet people in need. Why communion? Because when we gather as a community of faith, we gather to pray, we gather to grow, we gather to share our experience of God. Listening. It's extremely important to listen carefully to the Word of God. And to listen carefully means that we have to open our minds and our hearts to God's words. That most of the time, His words are going to challenge us. It's going to help us to grow as human beings and in our faith. Reconciliation. It is important for us to be reconciled with God, with ourselves, and with others. Reconciliation means that we acknowledge that we have done something wrong, that we failed in doing something good, and then it's time for us to sit down and reconcile, meaning to understand we did something that we were not supposed to do, and now is the time for us to amend that, to change that. The Eucharist, Jesus present in a piece of bread and a cup of wine. And every time that we receive the Eucharist, it's about transforming our lives into the life of Jesus. We are carrying within ourselves who Jesus is in a piece of bread and a cup of wine. But it's not only to carry it within ourselves, we have to show that to other people. That's why it is important for us to go out, to meet people in need, to reach out to those that might need at some point the hope that only the person of Christ can bring to them. And we become the instrument of Jesus in doing that. And in doing that, what we are doing is exactly what Paul encouraged Timothy to do, to pursue righteousness, faith, love, patience, and gentleness.